Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of HyperSquiZ playing FTB. Today I'm going to move on to doing some automated food inside my factory. Now I wanted to do the automatic bread and cake and an automatic pumpkin pie. What I'm also going to aim to do is cook all that beef that we're getting from that cow farm from the previous episode. So today I think I'm just going to make a little machine for producing bread and cooking the beef. Later stage I might try and add pumpkin pie to the mix. And cake, I think I'll create a separate machine for. But in the meantime, let's head inside the factory and build this sucker. Okay, I think I've got everything I need to build this. I'm going to start off laying it out in here. And this line here is going to be my food production line. I'm going to have any machines I make that require power for furnaces and things to do food to go along here. And I might do some separation between these two because it's a bit close to the oil production, isn't it? You can imagine dust and things coming off the grinding over here, ending up in your cakes, and yeah, that's not going to be so good. But for now, it'll do. So let's see. My plan is, I've got a design in mind that I've tested. Let's have a go. First things first, I'm going to want a few chests. I'm going to use iron chests because I can place them next to each other without them interfering. And in this design, they do need to, well, two of the chests need to sit next to each other. So I'm going to grab 3 chests. Let's just plonk a wooden block there for a minute. I need 1 chest on there. I'm going to pull out the top of that with a wooden pipe. And then I'm going to send that into a diamond pipe, which is going to split the meat and the wheat seeds, or not seeds, the wheat itself in 2 separate ways. From there, I'm going to want 2 chests. 1 chest up here, which is going to be right there like that, which is going to be where the wheat ends up. And 1 chest on the opposite side, which is going to be where the beef ends up. Now, I'm going to have... Well, I've already made an electric furnace, which is going to be for cooking the beef, and also for cooking the wheat flour after it's been ground up. I'm going to stick that here. So there we have a powered furnace. I already have the line there, so it's getting power off the line. Now for the wheat, I'm going to make a automatic crafting table to turn the wheat into flour, which is nice and easy. It's just a crafting table and then cogs or gears around the edges like so. Gives you an automatic table, and you can just plonk that underneath there. I also want some hoppers. I'm going to need another hopper. So let's build a quick hopper, classic Minecraft hopper. There we go, so I've got 2 hoppers. I'm using these chests up here as buffer chests, and then using the hoppers to load the machines. Right, and then finally, I'm going to need... I think I just need a cobble pipe there to split there, so I can send the meat to that one, the wheat there. Right, what else can what do I need? I need to pull out of this one. I need to pull out of there because the wheat's going to be turned into flour, which then needs to get pulled off and sent off to the furnace. And what I'm going to do is I'll send that straight up into this pipe again, where it can be sorted to go into the same one as the meat, where it can then go through the furnace. But to do that, I've got a bit of an issue. If I was to put this here, then you've got a problem. It connects with everything. We don't want that. Now, the way to avoid that is to use a different type of pipe. We can use sandstone pipes, which basically do not connect to any kind of machinery or anything like that. They only connect to other pipes. So I can make those sandstone transport pipes, bung that in there, and go straight through, doesn't connect to the chest or the hopper, and makes it nice and neat. And then all I have to do after all that is pull out of this one, and then I'm going to want another chest as well for the end result. What I might do actually is put one of these chests. These ender chests that I've got here, these are my sorting system ender chests. The green, white goes back to the sorting system in the house, so I can put all the food through here, and it'll end up in my sorting system in the house where I can sort it and do whatever I need to. Right, next thing I'm going to need is autarkic gates, and I'm going to need 3 of them. Now I've got a feeling I may have some already produced up here. There we go, yep, plenty. And you can see I've been replacing all my redstone engines with those. Now this whole machine's like that. I need to do those ones over there, but again, I don't know if I'm going to keep all that stuff for much longer, to be honest. So anyway, here we go. We need all target gates on all of these and program them with the items in inventory energy pulsar. Do that for all of these. That's the easiest way to program them, I find. So that if there's anything to pull, they just pull it. There we go. And that is basically it. So if I grab, I need to program it still. So if I grab these steaks, or these raw beefs, and we want to send raw beef to the direct to the furnace. So let's program green with beef. So if I dump this beef in here, it will go straight through and end up in the electric furnace. There we go, it's going the right way. Nothing's going in the wrong bit. That'll end up in the chest, which will drop it into the hopper, which will push it into the furnace at the bottom. And once it's cooked in there, if all goes to plan, it should, there you go, pull cooked beef straight out. And then it will dump it in here, at which point it gets sent through the sorting system, which I haven't programmed for beef here, so it's just going to end up in my in chest, but I can sort that out later. Now I need some wheat and some flour to program this. So if I head over here, what I'll do is the wheat that's being produced here, the spare wheat, I'll get that sent directly to the factory, so I can just dump it into the machine, or the Cookatron 5000 whenever I want to. I need to give it some funky name like that, don't I? I'll stick a label on it in a minute, and we'll think of a decent name for it. So if I bring this wheat back here by hand for the moment, because I haven't set up any kind of quick auto way of doing that, I need to make flour. If I put one wheat in there, that will program this to do wheat. I want to program this on the blue to send wheat into this chest. And then I want to program it to send flour down the green. So now, if I chuck the flour in there, that will go up and head down the green and off to be cooked into bread. Like so. And if I chuck the wheat in here, all this wheat will end up in this chest and end up in the automatic crafting table. So that will drop into there, which will go through the hopper into here and build up, which is why I've got, this is quite a slow machine, which is why I've got the hopper and the chests, because it won't keep up with large amounts of wheat like that. But when this one's finished, that will get pulled out, get sent straight back up to the sorting pipe there, the diamond pipe, and then get sent on to be cooked up. And then when everything's cooked, it'll come straight back out into this chest. Of course, I need to wait for this beef to cook to all come out. And that is my little machine. What I'll do with it next, when I've got the mats for it, I don't actually have everything I need to make pumpkin pies yet. So once I've got the pumpkin pie materials down, I'll configure this in another way, adjust it I think, to make it so it can program it to do pumpkin pies as well. Because in theory that should be quite easy. It's just a case of sending, I need to put, I think it's eggs, pumpkin, and something else, sugar, that's it. Which I can then put into this chest, and I'll have it sort it out and send it off to another machine. I don't think it needs any kind of cooking or anything. You can just do it on an auto workbench. So I can have like an extra workbench here, and that'll be fine. In the meantime, that's a good bit of cooking. Okay, I've decided to do a little bit of a tweak in this building. I'm going to keep the food over here, so it's right next to the kitchen, as it were. This will be my kitchen machine. So the wheat from the farm over by the power plant needs to come back to here. At the moment I've got it, I haven't said it yet, but I'm going to send it to the house to be sorted. Everything from the farm is going to go to the house to be sorted. Wheat is going to then be siphoned off and sent here. So it will come to this ender chest that I've got set up. So if I just whack that there, and then have a wooden pipe coming out of that, and I can stick my last or target gate on that as well. I won't program it yet, but yeah, that can pull out. Then I need insertion pipes on these one for beef, one for wheat. I don't need a third one just yet. But what I'll do, I'm going to need... How do you make insertion pipes? I haven't made one for a while. Lapis. Okay, well, I should have some back in the house. Let's have a look. If I don't, then I can make some. Oh, there we go, perfect. 3 insertion pipes. I only need 2. I also am going to want a void pipe. Not a waterproof one, just a normal void pipe. And what I can do is I can pull out of there, insert into these 2 barrels, and then destroy any excess, because I don't like overflow. Overflow's bad. We don't want stuff just lying on the floor because it overflowed. So there we go, that's those 2 programmed. And then if I program this to the usual items in inventory, energy pulsar. So now, if I go and reconfigure back this way, because at the moment the farm just puts into barrels down here. So instead, what I can do, if I grab a diamond pipe, before this void pipe, if I stick a diamond pipe there with a void pipe on the front, and what I can do is I can stick one of these chests under there, and I can send wheat down black. So any excess wheat at the moment will go in there. And what I could do, there's a lot of wheat in there. Let's remove that and bypass it for now until I can move that. So there we go, that's bypassed with the sandstone pipe. That'll stop it being used. So now I won't wait for it, but wheat will come in, sent through here, it will skip past there, end up in this chest where it goes back to the house into the sorting system. I won't make it back to the house before it gets sent on its way. So it'll go into the sorting system. Once it's gone through the sorting system, it'll end up in the chest that sends it back here. So if I come in here, there you go, it's just blinked its way in. That should fall into this first barrel. Just like that. And that will just insert wheat into that barrel until it's full, and then the excess will flow out. And then when I want to make food here, I can just pull out of that barrel, dump it in here, and it will just go through and make what I need. And what I'll also do, I'll get the meat from the meat farm coming back here, and then that'll be good. Okay, right, well, there's only one more thing to do, and that's to give the machine here a name. Now, I think I've got an idea what it is. You probably may have guessed already along the lines of what I'm thinking. So let's grab some signs. Let's whack a sign on this pipe here. I'm going to call it the Cookatron 2000. It's only the early model at the moment, so just the 2000, nothing too extreme. There we go, and we have the Cookatron 2000. Christ, I can't even say it. The Cookatron 2000. There we go. So anyway, I think that's a fairly productive day. I'll get the meat down here and then that'll be all ready to go. But anyway, I think that's all I've got time for on this particular episode. Trying to keep them a bit shorter, so I'll be leaving it there. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please drop me a like. If you wish to see more of this, then just click the subscribe and you'll get to see more of it, really, won't you? So that's all good. Now you can catch me on Twitter as well, and I look forward to hearing from you. I'll see you around.